What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. And with this video, we are jumping into Detective Comics Batman issue number 1045. Now, this will be part of the Fear State. This is closing out the story of Hugh Vile and the Parasite. And I know that I am a little bit behind. This comic came out probably a week or two ago. Just trying to get caught up, trying to finish out the Fear State as we move forward with the Batman comics. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with everything going on in Detective Comics, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with this line. But this story is going to be dropping us into the sewers of Gotham City, where Hugh Vile's Parasite has been able to multiply down here uncontested for quite some time. And now the mayor as well as Batman have to try to make their escape and stop the Parasite from taking over the city. And so with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up in Gotham City. We are picking up with civilians stepping on some kind of egg sacs as they come up through the sewer system. Not sure what this is. People are a little bit freaked out, but not so much. They just, this is gross. It looks gross, it looks disgusting, and now it's all over my shoes. Little do they know, what is festering right underneath the surface is about to explode on this whole city. And underneath the ground, down in the sewers, we have the mayor waking up. Waking up only to see Batman is by his side, with Batman most recently just saving his life, letting him know that all of the parasites are gone. The only question now is the mayor infected, and Batman goes to do his inspection, checking his eyes to ensure that he is not infected and he is not turned into one of the parasites. And so with that, they need to make their escape. And as they make their way through the sewer system, Oracle gets in contact. So the communication is really rough because he's down here in the sewers. He lets Oracle know that the tunnels are infested with the parasites, all currently in their lava form. And if that is the case, if the sewers are infested, this city is about to have a huge problem that has nothing to do with Scarecrow or the Magistrate, letting her know that there could be thousands down in these tunnels. They could be making it from the sewers out to the streets, with Batman cutting in and out, with parasite larvae starting to make their way to the surface. We have Orphan and Nightwing that are standing guard atop these buildings, watching for any sign of anything that could be coming up from the sewers to hurt anybody in Gotham. With Batman losing communication with Oracle, they have to try to find their way out of this labyrinth of sewers. Now, of course, the mayor says he needs to get in contact with his people to find out what is going on. Batman letting him know that Nero, he has been taken into custody. He was the individual that took City Hall hostage. And as they continue walking around the sewers, this is when they run into something. An evolution of their problems. A giant wall of parasites. Letting the mayor know they need to get out of here. He shoots his grappling hook up at the ceiling, getting them up off of the water, out of the ground. This evolution of this infestation just gets electrified, finding this is the best way to do it considering the great amount of water that is surrounding all of this stuff. Letting them know that this is spreading much faster than it can be contained. They have to get to the surface and find a way to stop this now. Now, he lets him know that he doesn't have a definitive answer on what this is. The mayor proclaiming, screaming at Batman that he needs to tell him what is happening. And so he goes into detail about something that has been spreading across this city, not being able to focus on it because of the Magistrate, because of Scarecrow. He believes this is becoming an infestation. Unreported accounts of individuals who are being taken over by parasites. And now they have somehow released eggs into the sewer, possibly mutating into whatever sludge city sanitation hasn't cleaned out of the sewers in years. Now, of course, the mayor has to ask, how do you know all of this information? Batman revealing that it was days ago when Batman himself had actually been affected, and this was injected by Mr. Worth. He and Penguin had both decided that they were going to draw a sample of the source of the infection, which was Hugh Vile. Now, of course, the mayor, he can't believe this because Hugh Vile has been working side by side with him for such a long time now. And Batman knows this because he saw it with his own eyes. He saw who was infected. And if you don't believe him, all you have to do is go ask Deb Donovan because she was lured to the office so that she could be infected as well. Now, the mayor, he is very upset because Batman could have came to him with all of this information, could have let him know what is going on in the city. Batman feels like he couldn't do that because of the magistrate, with his agenda and this vigilante menace bullcrap going on, portraying anyone in a mask as a real enemy. Him and the magistrate, they have their own agenda, and while Batman may have his own as well, his is to save Gotham City. And while you played with the magistrate and Simon Saint and everything else, this city was falling into chaos. This infestation was continued to allow to grow. And the creature at the heart of this was in your office, telling him that Gotham is just full of monsters you cannot see. But the two of them, they are able to make it up to the surface. With him making it to the surface, he gets communication with Oracle. Now, he tells the mayor that he needs to get to the magistrate and help get this city under control by any means necessary. This infestation is about to build up, and it is going to be too much for maybe even Batman to take on. With people screaming, people running in all directions, the mayor wondering where Batman is going. Instead of listening to Batman, he follows behind him, only to see Batman going full force attack on this parasite sludge monster that has come up from the sewer system. With teeth everywhere, tentacles all over the place, Batman is definitely outmatched for this situation. But what he is doing is having this monster focus on him instead of all of the civilians that are fleeing for their lives. Telling the mayor that he needs to make his escape, to get out of here and go get help as quickly as possible. With Batman accidentally dropping his taser gun, the mayor picks it up and he shocks the living crap out of this monster. But it's simply not enough. The voltage is not strong enough, and this monstrous beast is able to take all of it. That is, until we see Skybase 1 floating directly above them. Because this part of the magistrate's story is where Nightwing has control of Skybase, and before he goes and dumps it into the harbor, he floats it above Batman, and he unleashes a charge that only the Skybase would be capable of. A charge so strong that it absolutely barbecues our parasite. And with that, the parasite has been defeated. The magistrate has been taken down. Gotham City is officially free, or at least for the time being. But Batman lets Oracle know that they are now going to be working with the mayor's office. Not sure how long this relationship's going to last, not even sure if it's going to be a good idea. He is going to give the mayor the opportunity to be better, to do better, and truly help this city. There may be a future where the mayor and the vigilante, who was once his sworn enemy, might work together, might be friends, might be able to have something, but only time is going to be able to tell that. And that's where we pick up with the mayor. The mayor being informed that the magistrate has been completely dismantled. And the mayor, he kinda hints how he has been coordinating with Batman. He doesn't say Batman per se, he just says someone. But really what he wants to do is he's going to start making a list, a much better list than what they currently have. A list of all of the monsters that are in Gotham City. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, this was just a quick closeout to the Hugh Vile storyline. It's closing out the Parasite, moving Batman Detective Comics, all of the Batman stories forward into a new direction. But one of the great things about this story is the mayor has finally come to a realization that Batman might not actually be the bad guy in this situation. While he may be a thorn in his side, while he may create situations that are not ideal for politicians, at the end of the day, he went out of his way, he stopped the magistrate, he stopped Hugh Vile, he stopped Nero, he has stopped everyone who has come to threaten the mayor, who has come to threaten Gotham City. And so the mayor looking at Batman in a whole new, brand new light. It looks like a brand new day for Gotham City. Now make sure you guys check out Batman issue number 118. That will be continuing on the story of Batman and finding out where we are going to be going in the near future. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.